So basically, I'm just showing where I got the Excel sheets from. So basically, I went to that website CSO, then I went to the StatBank CSO main data, and then I went into This is Ireland Part 1 in the 2011 census results. Then I went to that one, population by province or county, census year and sex. That's where I got my first Excel sheet for the very, very, very first CA part. For the second one, I did the exact same. Went to database, went to CSO. But the difference was this time, well, I went to here as well, but instead of that, I went to Live Register, which is where I found the very next Excel spreadsheet, uh, which was that it was the detailed duration social welfare scheme, which basically showed people on the welfare scheme. And this was the first one that I downloaded before it was reformatted. Basically, just shows population number by sex, province, and it shows the years in that line there. And then it shows both sexes, and then it shows the population in each state. The states are here on the left hand side, and then the population. Okay, as it goes down, it shows all the states, and it shows all the population during the years in each state. Second one was persons of live register, so basically people who were on the social welfare scheme during these respected half years. Also, the years are half years, as I said already, and basically they were split into two halves, which kind of stumped me at first, but I kind of go over it. Also, the categories, which is like under 20 years, under 24 years, it goes all the way up to under 64s, and then the very last one was all ages, and basically that was the second one. After the first one, I reformatted it, so basically I simplified it into county, year, and population. Leinster was, okay, as you can see, Leinster at the top, then there's the year underneath the year section. It goes all the way from 41 to 2011, and the population beside that in each table. And that's what the second one was formatted in. The second one was reformatted, as you can see here. This is the original one. I had to take all ages, the table itself, and reformat that into three simple things. So year, category, and live register. Basically, year was the 2009 half year. The category was the duration of how many people were under the social welfare scheme. So that was either all durations, which included all of them from under 1 year to under 3 years and over, and that was every section, and then it showed the population on the very, very far right hand side. So that was the start of the reformat, and then I went into XAMPP. I downloaded XAMPP, and then I set it up. So I started that, and then I hit admin, went into Internet Explorer, and checked my thing. This is my CA tests for when I was running it, and this is my first one. This is the CA. This is the first one with just county population and the year by year. It's just Leinster. You can only see now because the tails was short. But that was the very first one. County Leinster, 1841, and table 2 again was the same one as the one I had in Excel, which is the year, category, and live register down by the half year 2009 H1 down to 2009 H2, and the categories in the center, and the population under the live register is there on the very far right hand side, which is part of reformatting. And then when I put in some SQL things like get the minimum, get the maximum, I put together some tables and some graphs to kind of put the images into put like the numbers into an image to make it simpler. So this was the first one here. This was the Irish population overall between the years and the counties overall. The years are in there, but it's like the counties by each like number. So then the second one I did was the county that I lived in. Just moving that over here. The county I'm from, which is Louth, and this is basically the number of people who were in the county, and the number of years. So that's from 1841 to 2011, and there's a drop, but now it's kind of towards what it was in 1841, and also I decided to use the 4 provinces as a good clearance for population growth and decline. And the first one I went with was Leinster. As you can see, there's a kind of like a small drop, but it goes back up, and this is the years on the bottom, of course. Small drop, but it's kind of gone above it now, about 550,000. It's gone up above now, and that's Leinster. Then in Ulster, as you can see, there's a significant drop from almost 80,000 down, or 800,000 even down. In Connacht, there's another significant drop with a slight bit of a rise at the very, very bottom, but not very much. And again, the same thing in Munster, slight drop, slight dip, and it is starting to return. But Leinster was the one that had the highest population growth in the recent years, and that's probably a good giveaway as to how the population growth will go from now on, seeing as Munster, Connacht and Ulster all had a significant drop and not much of a rise, but Leinster had a significant rise, almost coming back to what was like in 1841. Population decline was probably because of the famine. Also, for the second one, I added tables, same thing as well, and basically used the full year along with the number of people on there and put on to a line graph. So basically, that's the number of people on the left hand side, and then this is the full year. 2009, the half years there as well. You can see there's like an even split. There's a high rise, and it's actually pretty significant in all the different tables. That's for every year now. So 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and then 2015 splits off at the very middle because the year hasn't ended obviously, so the stats haven't been released yet. And that's basically my CA. So I hope this was very informative, and goodbye.